Hi guys. Today I want to talk about Gypsy Rose Blanchard for a few minutes because she went on a recent live stream and I watched it and had a few thoughts. So I'm gonna recap the things that I thought were of substance, whatever the substance is, who knows, and then we'll have a little chat about it. She said that she was, gonna take a step back from social media, live a private life. She's a new mom. She's trying to do all of the things, and I have not seen her really take a step back from social media. Maybe does she post a little bit less? Yes. But is she still very active? Also, yes. So even though she has said that she's not going to put her child on social media, she starts the live stream, talks about the weather for literally less than a minute, goes directly into talking about the child. The baby this, the baby that, talking about the baby crying so much and Googling what could be wrong with the baby, and everything is about the baby. Like, lady, you said you weren't going to put her on social media, so does that mean that you're, just going to show the back of her head, but then still give every detail of what this child is up to, as if anyone cares?
No, it's not raining over here. It's just cold. Aurora's doing good. She's sleeping in her crib right now.
Now she recaps her Valentine's Day, which was very lackluster because Ken had to work during the day.
So last night, Ken and I, he had to work on Valentine's Day, and so we spent a morning together. We traded gifts, drank coffee.
The thing that I find really funny about the whole bartending thing is whether Ken is working during the day or at night, to my knowledge, there has not been one customer come on social media and say, I went to this restaurant and Ken was my bartender. I went to this restaurant and I was having dinner and I saw Ken working as a bartender at this establishment. Not one person. Tell me if I'm wrong down below, but I think that it's very funny how all of this time has passed. We know he's very well known. Everyone knows who he is. And not one time has someone said, oh yeah, I went to that restaurant and he was actually working as a bartender. I think he's living off of the blood money that Gypsy Rose Blanchard is making, allegedly. Now again, she says how the baby was crying on Valentine's Day, didn't know what was wrong with the baby, talking about just stupid stuff, like Googling what could be wrong with the baby. Oh, I try to do leg movements, talking about gas and stuff. I don't understand why people are even tuning in to this. She said she bought a massage kit for Ken to give her a massage. Ken, in my opinion, has made it pretty well known that he is not the most thoughtful person. We have Gypsy buying a promise ring for Ken. We have Gypsy buying a massage kit for her to receive a massage from Ken. In my opinion, I think those Valentine's gifts that she got, she probably bought for herself and just said, oh, let's take a picture and I'll say it's from you. Ken, to me, seems like he probably has the romance level of Cinderblock.
We'll make up for it on Sunday night because Sunday was his next day off. So we had just an evening at home planned, and so the plan was to have a romantic dinner, and then have Aurora here at the house with us, just have family time. So I had a little kit. It's a massage kit. And so the plan was he was going to give me a nice back massage, with the little stones and stuff, a nice hot bubble bath, and a steak dinner.
She said that they watched the movie Don't Breathe 2, which I just had to laugh out loud over that. Of all the movies that you can pick, you're literally going to You're going to watch that, and then you're going to share it with TikTok that you watched on Valentine's Day a movie called Don't Breathe 2.
And we watched a movie. We watched Don't Breathe 2.
She then goes on to really rant about babysitters and having trust issues. She doesn't want to leave the baby with the babysitter until the baby is about a year old. Christy and Mia have been the ones to watch the baby because she has trust issues, and she doesn't know if she leaves the baby with the babysitter, is the babysitter going to be as caring and thoughtful as Gypsy is. For a convicted murderer to have trust issues with a babysitter, I kind of understand, but then at the same time, the things that she says, she doesn't realize how insane it sounds coming out of her mouth.
Everything, we've tried everything at this point. We tried burping, feeding her more, and so I was like, maybe it's just like gas, like maybe she just needs to fart. And so I tried doing like those like little leg movements with her, and I was like rubbing her tummy in that way that I've seen on TikTok videos and stuff, and she would not stop crying. So it was like I was Googling everything. I'm like, and it said it could be anything from colic, gas, growth spurt. She has gained weight, so she weighs 9 pounds 4 ounces right now as of like last night that I weighed her. So needless to say, finally, after all the crying, she finally went to bed. Like, I swaddled her and everything, put her back in her crib. She seemed to be calm. So at about 11:30 at night, she finally went to bed. And everybody's like, get a babysitter. And I'm like, I'm not there yet to have a sitter come yet. I'm one of those people that's very like cautious. I'm like, I don't know you. So like anytime that I have had someone watch her, it's been Christy or Mia, because I trust them. So no, I just like, maybe when she's like a year old, I might feel more comfortable getting a sitter. But I mean, in this day and age, you never know with people. Like, I'd be one of those people that would be worrying the entire time that I wouldn't be around her. I'd be like, is the sitter like picking her up like she likes? Is the sitter like treating her with the love that I would give her? So
she then starts to complain about living where she lives and not being able to reside with Ken full time, despite the fact that they have a child together. And what I would like to say about that is tough shit. Tough shit. You decided that you were going to coerce and manipulate a disabled man into killing your mother. You are now a convicted murderer and you're on parole, and you decided to leave your marriage, get quickly knocked up by your ex-fiance, and you have the nerve to talk about life isn't fair because you can't live with your baby daddy.
That's the shitty part about living it. Living in cut off. I mean, I like living with my family, don't get me wrong, but it kind of sucks whenever like you can't live with your partner and you guys share a kid together. So it's like I can spend a couple days here at Ken's, but then I have to go back home. And
she does, for a quick moment, switch gears and stop talking about the baby, and gets real giddy about the fact that Lifetime dropped the new trailer for her trashy show that she is putting out with them. She'll get giddy when it comes to something making her money. I would think that being a new mom, you would be more giddy over your child. But it's the change in her tone. It's the change in her excitement level. I just thought that was very telling.
So have you guys seen the trailer for season 2 of Gypsy Rose Life After Lockup? It looks very good. Like, even Ken and I and like my family watched the show. It's like, we know what all we filmed, but still like watching the show and how it gets put together and everything, we can be like, oh, I remember when we did that. It's kind of fun to watch. And then you get to watch the stuff that like you weren't a part of, like being filmed.
She also clears up how in the Lifetime show, her and Ken are shown giving a cheers, and she wanted to make sure everyone knows that that was grape juice. It wasn't alcohol because she was 7 months pregnant at that time. What I want to say is, okay, but fast forward to less than 2 months after giving birth, and you're at a Post Malone concert, surrounded by alcohol, promoting alcohol with your Instagram photo. You know, you've got a bunch of kegs sitting behind you and all this kind of stuff. But in her clear purse that she took to the Post Malone concert, there was a pack of cigarettes in that bag. So were you smoking before you knew you were pregnant, and now you've just gone back to the habit? I don't know. I feel like, I know that there are people that smoke cigarettes and have children. I'm not stupid. But to so quickly go back into that, I wonder what kind of excuse she'll put around why she had cigarettes in her bag when she is a new mom. It just seems like weird priorities.
And I also like want to address something. So in the trailer, I've seen kind of videos about it, but like in the trailer, whenever Ken and I clink our glasses, I was drinking Welch's grape juice, like the kind that's in the bottle, because I was also 7 months pregnant, so I'm not gonna drink when I'm pregnant, and I'm also on parole and can't drink, so I'm not gonna be doing that. So to clarify, it was Welch's grape juice, and you guys are gonna find that out because they're gonna put that in there.
Gypsy, what brings you to New Orleans for Super Bowl?
Huh?
What brings you to New Orleans?
Oh, well, I don't live far from here.
Oh, awesome. Well, nice to see you. Uh-huh.
She admits she doesn't know what to post anymore because things have, quote, slowed down since she became a mom. And this, again, tells me that she is going to continue to segue into being a mommy influencer. She might hide behind the excuse of, oh, I'm not showing the baby's face, but I'm going to overshare every single detail there is to share about this child.
So these days, I really just don't know what to make videos of to post. I haven't really posted much. Things have definitely slowed down for me in the being on social media world.
She also says that her day starts with the baby crying, and I don't know if that's normal or not. To me, it kind of seems like you would hopefully be waking up before you're woken up by a crying child. She made it sound like that was every single day, which I just thought was kind of interesting. You would think that you would want to be on a routine so that you're getting up before the baby instead of a crying baby waking up hungry and then that's your alarm bell.
I'm gonna say my morning routine. My morning routine usually starts with Aurora crying. So basically get up, feed her, do all that stuff. And then if I can get her back down and go to bed, I will go take a shower, clean my face, moisturize. If I plan on going somewhere, I'll put on my makeup.
She also says that she's putting in an IUD that lasts 7 years. She didn't want to go with the Nexplanon, the arm implant one, because she's squeamish. She's squeamish and wasn't sure if you could feel the thing in your arm. Lady, you're worried about feeling something in your arm while having zero remorse for what you did to your own mother.
This week, I will be going to get my IUD put in, because after after you have one kid, I guess they give you options of birth control. And I was gonna get the Nexplanon arm implant, but then like I looked more into it and I'm like, I don't know if I want that. Just cause like, I wonder if you like feel it, and I'm squeamish, so I'm like, I don't want anything that I can like feel. So I'm gonna get the hormonal IUD.
She wants to have her kids 2 years apart. Honestly, I hope that they don't have any more kids, because there again are certain people in this world that I don't think that they are selfless enough to give a child what he or she might actually need. And I think that Gypsy Rose is one of those people.
I think it's like good for 7 years or something, which I mean, obviously we're not going to wait that long to have another one, but I'm thinking maybe like, I want my kids to be like 2 years apart.
She also claims that the baby is extremely entertained by watching the television. So I think that Gypsy Rose is going to be raising an iPad kid, because I think that she will look at digital devices as a way to entertain the child that she does not want to deal with at a certain point in time, and it will allow her to continue to be toxic on social media, block people, respond to comments, jump in people's live streams when they're talking about her. It will act as a babysitter. So my totally random prediction is that Gypsy Rose's daughter is going to be an iPad kid.
I'm starting to learn that Aurora likes watching movies. So I put on the Barbie movie because I had not seen the Barbie movie yet. I know, big shocker there. And it was so cute. I took like a little video of her, like I was holding her, and she likes watching TV. So she was like fully engaged looking at the Barbie movie.
She also claims that she's no longer dyeing her hair because her and Ken are adulting by buying diapers and wipes. Gypsy Rose, you are standing on a mountain of blood money. So do what you want with it, but let's not act as if you're out here struggling to pay for diapers and what this child needs. You have much more that is undeserved, as a side note, than a lot of other mothers and fathers have to provide for their children.
The blonde is really hard to upkeep. I want to go back to my natural. And I guess there was like a whole process behind it. So they had to do like a root tap, and they did a glaze. It was like a whole bunch of stuff that they had to do. And well, I guess with the glaze, it's only like semi-permanent or demi-permanent, something like that. And so she's like, come back in 2 months for a retouch with the glaze, because the glaze started to wear off. So I'm like, okay, 2 months later, I done had Aurora. We're buying diapers, we're buying wipes, we're doing the do. We're adulting right now. So I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna spend $200 on getting my hair done. So I Instacarted a box dye and did it myself.
Now, real quick, she did mention the promise ring that she gave Ken. She confirms that they are not married, and that's the promise ring that she gave to him. Again, that's just, to me, that's so pathetic. It just really is. The live stream ends because the baby wakes up, and that's that. You know, she's going to continue to exist on social media. The thing that I want to say is, during this live stream, there were so many people sending her gifts, and those people that send Gypsy Rose Blanchard gifts, this might be harsh and it might be an unpopular thing to say, those people need to have their heads checked. You are literally sitting on social media giving money to a little gremlin that literally killed her mother and used a disabled man to do so. We know who she is. So if you're still willing to sit on a live stream in the year 2025 and give gifts to somebody like Gypsy Rose Blanchard, I feel okay in saying you should get your head checked, because that's weird. But yeah, that's the recap. And oh, by the way, she also shared that she now has a countdown to when she's off parole. You know, she wants to get mad about, oh, I can't live with Ken. I'm not allowed. It's not fair. But Gypsy does what she wants to do. Ken already exposed the fact that they spent more than a few days together when the baby was first born. So you want to sit there and whine and cry and make yourself the victim over this, but you do what you want to do. So what's the problem? And obviously your parole officer is not going to step in and stop you. So whatever. But that's it. So I think I've had enough for today. If you liked the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.